The dark expanse of space stretched endlessly before Captain Viral as the Glintwing navigated toward Earth's orbital repair station. Stars sparkled like scattered jewels on black velvet, but the beauty of the cosmos could not distract Viral from the damage the asteroid field had inflicted on his ship. Panels were dented, hull seams warped, and the navigation core emitted a faint, irregular hum. Viral was a veteran of interstellar travel. He had commanded his ship through countless sectors, negotiating hostile territories and traversing nebula storms. Yet something about Earth's repair bays intrigued him. Reports had reached his ears from other alien captains who swore that human repair stations were unmatched. Quick, precise, innovative, they had said. Many claimed humans could fix what even advanced automated systems could not. Yet Viral had seen such claims before and often found them exaggerated. The docking bay of Earth Station 1 came into view. It was a gleaming structure, its smooth white and silver surface reflecting the distant sun. Ships of all sizes hovered around it, ranging from sleek scout vessels to massive freighters. The humans inside moved with calm efficiency. Drones zipped along rails carrying tools and spare parts, while engineers checked incoming ship status displays on the walls of the docking control center. Viral's eyes narrowed as he maneuvered the Glintwing toward the docking port. Unlike other stations he had visited, this one felt orderly, almost welcoming. There was no hasty shouting, no chaotic swarming of bots or frantic traffic control. Every movement seemed deliberate and coordinated. Docking sequence initiated. "Captain," announced Lyra, the ship's second-in-command. Her antennae flickered nervously. "Station response is prompt. Communications open." Viral activated the channel. "This is Captain Viral of the Glintwing, requesting docking permission and immediate repair support for hull and navigation systems." A calm human voice replied. "Acknowledged, Captain. Docking permission granted. We are ready to begin diagnostics. Welcome to Earth Station 1. Viral studied the communication log carefully. Humans had a strange way of speaking. Polite, clear, and efficient. It was not filled with technical jargon like most alien species used. That simplicity was almost disarming. He could not deny a sense of curiosity rising inside him. The docking procedure went smoothly. Magnetic clamps engaged, and the Glintwing settled into its assigned bay. As the hull locks clicked into place, Viral activated the external viewing screens. In the bay, a group of human engineers approached, clad in standard gray work suits with luminous badges that glowed faintly. Leading them was a woman of medium height, her dark hair tied neatly and her eyes sharp and observant. "Captain Viral, I am Chief Engineer Maya Lorne," she said, extending her hand. "We've reviewed your ship's preliminary data. It seems the asteroid field has caused a few critical issues, but nothing we cannot handle." Viral hesitated. He had commanded crews that would usually rush to arms at the sight of an alien captain. Yet Maya Lorne approached without fear, without hesitation, as if dealing with a damaged ship was routine. Something about her calm confidence unsettled Viral in a way he could not quite identify. "Very well," he said finally. "Begin your diagnostics. Time is of the essence." Maya nodded and gestured to her team. "Of course, please stand by." Within moments, drones attached themselves to the ship, scanning hull integrity, analyzing power fluctuations, and checking core systems. Maya crouched near a damaged hull panel and ran a handheld analyzer over it. The device beeped softly, then projected a holographic image of the ship's internal structure. "Interesting," she murmured. "The damage pattern is uneven. It appears the asteroid's magnetic anomalies interacted with your hull plating in a way that standard shielding does not anticipate." Viral's mandibles twitched in surprise. Many stations would have run a basic repair protocol, patched up the damage, and called it done. Here, Maya was already diagnosing nuances he had not noticed himself. "Do you need additional resources?" he asked cautiously. Maya shook her head. "Not yet. We can manage with what we have. We will need to recalibrate the navigation core, though. Your systems are showing irregular flux patterns." Viral allowed himself a small nod of approval. Humans were indeed different. They did not rely solely on technology. They used intuition, and that was something he had rarely encountered. Hours passed. Vrel watched as the humans worked in coordinated silence. Some adjusted the hull plating using specialized magnetic tools, while others rerouted energy lines to stabilize the navigation core. Drones floated alongside, assisting wherever necessary. Every motion seemed deliberate, precise, and perfectly timed. Lyra, observing the operation from the bridge, whispered to Viral, "Captain, I have never seen such efficiency. Their repair bay, it's like a living organism, responding instantly to any anomaly." Viral allowed himself a rare smile. He had seen many advanced repair stations, but none operated like this. Humans seemed to blend technical expertise with creativity in a way that felt almost organic. By late afternoon, the first phase of repairs was complete. The hull was smooth again, all dents aligned, and the magnetic sealing flawless. Maya approached Viral. "Captain, the hull repairs are complete," she reported. "We are ready to begin diagnostics on your navigation systems. This part will be more complex but manageable." Varel nodded, feeling a sense of cautious optimism. "Proceed. And remember, this ship is vital to my fleet's operations. Precision is required." Maya smiled faintly. "Precision is always our standard, Captain. Please trust us." The humans began working on the navigation core. They opened panels, accessed the ship's internal matrix, and ran sequences to stabilize the magnetic anomalies. Vrel watched closely, noting how quickly they adapted when the systems presented unexpected complications. When a fluctuation arose that seemed beyond standard procedure, Maya paused, examined the readings, and then implemented a novel solution that rerouted energy in a way Vrel had never seen. "What is that?" Lyra asked, wide-eyed. Maya glanced at her. "Sometimes standard protocols don't work. You have to trust your instincts, understand the systems, and find a creative solution. That is how humans repair ships efficiently." Vrel felt a surge of respect. This was not mere technical skill. It was innovation under pressure. The humans were not just following instructions, they were thinking ahead, anticipating issues, and solving them before they could escalate. As evening approached, the core system stabilized. The navigation hum returned to its steady rhythm, signaling that the Glintwing was fully operational once again. Vrel activated the ship's external scanners to confirm the results. "Diagnostics confirm full operational status," he said aloud, a hint of admiration in his voice. Maya nodded, satisfied. "All systems are functional, Captain. Your ship is ready for departure whenever you are." Varel studied her for a long moment. Many species claim to be the best engineers in the galaxy, but humans had proven themselves in ways that statistics and rumors could never convey. They were fast, creative, and surprisingly resilient. More than that, they seemed undaunted by the unusual or unfamiliar, traits that were rare among most spacefaring civilizations. "Your repair bay has a remarkable reputation," Varel said finally. "I now understand why." Maya's smile was warm but modest. "We take pride in our work, Captain. Every ship we repair is important, and every crew deserves safety and efficiency. That is our mission." As Viral prepared to leave, he allowed himself a quiet reflection. Humanity had earned its place in the galaxy not through force or intimidation, but through skill, ingenuity, and dedication. That realization filled him with a newfound respect and a sense of hope. The Glintwing detached from the bay, engines humming steadily. Varel guided it out of Earth Station 1's orbit, leaving behind the humans who had restored his ship with calm precision. He knew this would not be his last visit. Humans had proven themselves to be a force not to be underestimated, a species capable of greatness in ways that even the most advanced alien civilizations could admire. As the stars stretched past the viewport, Varel allowed himself a rare smile. The galaxy was vast, filled with wonders and challenges, but Earth's repair bays had shown him one undeniable truth. Humans were extraordinary, and their ingenuity could outshine the brightest of stars. And somewhere deep in the orbital station, Maya and her team watched the Glintwing disappear into space, unaware that they had just reinforced humanity's growing reputation across the galaxy, a reputation that would echo far beyond Earth's orbit. The next morning, The Glintwing rested quietly in its docking bay, bathed in the soft glow of Earth Station 1's lights. Captain Viral walked along the viewing platform, observing the humans as they prepared for the next phase of repairs. Unlike most alien crews, they moved efficiently, speaking in clear, concise commands that seemed to carry a quiet authority. Chief Engineer Maya Lorne was already at work, examining a holographic projection of the ship's navigation core. The screen flickered with intricate lines and energy currents, displaying anomalies that puzzled even Varel. The asteroid field had left traces in the core that were unlike any standard damage pattern. "This is unusual," Maya said aloud, mostly to herself. Her fingers moved over the holographic display, manipulating the energy flows and tracing the problem. "These fluctuations aren't from mechanical failure. They're irregular, almost as if the core is reacting to external magnetic forces that vary unpredictably." Varel stepped closer. "Explain," he said. His voice was calm, but there was curiosity beneath the surface. Most alien repair crews would have declared the core irreparable at this point. Maya glanced at him, her eyes sharp. "Other species rely on fixed protocols. They follow patterns, repeat sequences, and hope for success. Humans think differently. We study the problem, understand it, and then adapt. Sometimes that means creating a new solution entirely." Lyra, Viral's second-in-command, whispered in his ear. "Captain, I have never seen humans operate like this. They don't just repair, they anticipate, improvise, and innovate." Varel nodded slowly. He was beginning to understand why humans were so highly regarded. Their skill was not just in the tools they used, but in the way they approached a challenge. Maya's team moved quickly, dividing tasks among themselves. Some worked on stabilizing the core's energy flow, while others analyzed the magnetic residue left by the asteroid field. One young engineer, a human named Eli, manipulated a small drone that emitted controlled electromagnetic pulses. The pulses were designed to align the core's flux channels, a task that required both precision and intuition. Varel watched in fascination. He had encountered thousands of engineers across countless systems, yet none had combined speed, intelligence, and creativity in the way these humans did. Suddenly, an alarm sounded in the docking bay. A minor flux spike had occurred in the core, and a faint blue spark flashed across one of the conduits. Varel tensed. Many alien crews would have panicked, but the humans barely glanced at the alarm. "Adjust the pulse frequency by 5%, Maya instructed calmly. "Increase the energy reroute by 3 units. That should stabilize it." The team obeyed instantly. Within seconds, the spark vanished, and the core's hum returned to its steady rhythm. Viral could hardly hide his surprise. Humans seemed almost immune to pressure, responding to problems with a blend of skill and instinct that few species possessed. One of Viral's crew, a tall Zetherian engineer named Thalix, leaned toward him. "Captain, how do they do this? I've never seen such efficiency. Their solutions, they think outside the matrix, literally." Varel nodded. "It is more than skill, Thalix. Humans combine knowledge with intuition. They see the whole system, not just the parts." Hours passed, and the repair challenge deepened. The navigation core's anomalies were more complex than anyone had anticipated. Some energy channels were fused, others unstable, and the magnetic residue left by the asteroid field interacted in unpredictable ways. Maya studied the data and then made a decision. "We need to isolate the core's secondary conduits. Standard separation protocols won't work. We will have to create a temporary bypass using adaptive energy vectors." One of the alien crew members muttered under their breath. Varel raised an eyebrow. This was a procedure that no other species would attempt without extensive preparation and risk. Yet Maya and her team executed it calmly, guiding drones and human engineers alike. As the bypass took shape, the core's energy stabilized. A soft hum resonated through the bay, stronger and steadier than before. Varel allowed himself a rare moment of satisfaction. The humans had done what most species would have called impossible. "This is remarkable," he said aloud, watching the core's status stabilize. "They have repaired not just the damage, but the underlying problem itself." Maya glanced up, her expression calm but proud. That is our approach, Captain. We do not just fix what is broken. We study it, understand it, and make it better if possible. Vrel walked along the platform, observing the human engineers as they worked. Each move was precise, each decision deliberate. They communicated without raising their voices, yet the coordination was flawless. Drones moved in perfect harmony with their human operators, almost as if they were extensions of their thoughts. Lyra whispered again, "Captain, I am convinced. Humans are not just efficient, they are extraordinary. I have never seen anything like this in the galaxy." Vrel nodded silently. Words were unnecessary. The evidence was before him. Humans had earned their reputation through intelligence, creativity, and adaptability. As the day wore on, a complication arose. The asteroid damage had left tiny fragments embedded deep in the core conduits. If left unchecked, these fragments could cause future malfunctions or even catastrophic failure during high-speed travel. "Captain, we have to remove these fragments carefully," Maya said. "They are small, but if disturbed incorrectly, they could destabilize the entire core." Vrel observed as the humans prepared specialized micro-tools and stabilization drones. The procedure required delicate hands, steady focus, and precise timing. Any mistake could be disastrous. Eli, the young engineer, maneuvered the drone into position, guided by Maya's instructions. The fragments were tiny, almost invisible to standard sensors. With careful adjustments, the drone's micro-arms reached into the conduits and gently extracted each piece. The process was painstaking, but the humans did not falter. Every movement was deliberate, every correction precise. Viral could see the pride in their eyes, not in arrogance, but in mastery of their craft. Hours later, the procedure was complete. The fragments were removed, and the core's energy flow was cleaner and more stable than it had ever been. The Glintwing's navigation system hummed with renewed strength. Vrel finally allowed himself to speak. "Chief Engineer, you and your team have exceeded all expectations. The core is not just repaired, it is improved. This is exceptional work." Maya smiled faintly. "We aim to do our best for every ship, Captain. Every repair is a challenge, and we take pride in overcoming it. That is what makes humans the top choice for alien captains." The alien crew looked on in awe. Even Thalix, who had been skeptical at first, could not hide his admiration. "Captain, I believe we underestimated humanity," he admitted quietly. Varel nodded slowly. "Perhaps. They are not just skilled. They are innovative, patient, and courageous under pressure. Traits we do not always find among advanced species." By the end of the day, the Glintwing was fully operational. Hull repairs, navigation systems, and energy conduits were all restored to perfect condition. The alien crew had watched in amazement as humans worked with unmatched efficiency, solving problems that would have taken others days or weeks. As Viral prepared to leave the repair bay for a brief strategy session, he could not help but reflect on what he had witnessed. Humans had proven themselves not only capable of repairing alien ships, but excelling where others might fail. Their combination of intelligence, creativity, and calm under pressure set them apart. Maya approached him once more. "Captain, all repairs are complete for now. We recommend a test run in orbit before full departure. There may be minor adjustments needed, but your ship is ready." Varel studied her. "I trust your assessment. Prepare the ship for orbital tests." As the humans moved efficiently to prepare the Glintwing for testing, Varel felt a growing respect. This was more than just skill. It was a philosophy. Humans approached every challenge with careful thought, ingenuity, and confidence. They were adaptable in ways that most species could not imagine. Lyra watched the human engineers with admiration. "Captain, I believe other fleets will hear of this repair. They will know why human repair bays are considered the best in the galaxy." Varel allowed himself a faint smile. "Indeed, humans have earned their place among the stars, not through strength or numbers, but through intellect and perseverance." As the sun began to rise over the distant curve of Earth, casting golden light across the station, The Glintwing prepared for its orbital test. Humans had completed the challenge, faced unexpected complications, and emerged successful. For Captain Viral and his crew, the lesson was clear. Earth's repair bays were more than facilities. They were hubs of ingenuity and excellence, where humans turned every challenge into an opportunity for brilliance. And in the quiet hum of the repaired navigation core, Varel felt a spark of excitement. The galaxy was vast, full of dangers and wonders, but with humans in the repair bays, even the most complex problems could be solved. He now understood why every experienced alien captain spoke of them with admiration, and why humans were destined to be a force that others could not ignore. The Glintwing floated in Earth Station 1's docking bay as humans and aliens alike moved about their tasks. Captain Viral stood on the observation platform, watching the calm efficiency of the human engineers. Even after the successful repair of his ship, he could not shake the growing sense of admiration. Maya Lorne and her team were checking every system, running diagnostics to ensure nothing had been overlooked. Drones hovered above the ship, scanning for any irregularities in energy flow, hull integrity, and navigation systems. "This is reassuring," Lyra said softly, her antennae twitching as she observed the humans at work. "They leave nothing to chance. And yet they move so naturally. It's almost elegant." Varel nodded. Elegance and efficiency. Humans combine both in ways few species can match. Just as the humans prepared to conclude the final checks, alarms blared throughout the station. Red warning lights flashed across the walls, and the hum of energy shields surged in response to an unseen threat. "What is happening?" Varel demanded, scanning the displays. Maya quickly accessed the main console. "Captain, it appears a solar flare from a nearby star has increased in intensity. Its radiation and magnetic flux are affecting several sectors, including our orbit. Some ships are experiencing navigation failures and energy fluctuations. We need to act immediately." Varel's crew exchanged nervous glances. Solar flares were dangerous, unpredictable, and capable of crippling even the most advanced ships. Many alien repair stations would have been overwhelmed by the sudden crisis. Yet here, humans remained calm. Maya turned to her team. "Emergency response protocols activated. All available engineers and drones, prioritize stabilizing affected ships. Captain Viral, we will need your cooperation for coordinating external assistance." Viral nodded. "You have it. Lyra, assist in communications with other vessels. I want every ship in this sector updated with repair guidance if possible." The humans sprang into action. Teams split, some remaining with the Glintwing to ensure its systems remained stable, while others monitored external communications, identifying ships in distress. Drones zipped across the docking bay, ready to assist wherever needed. Vrel watched as humans efficiently assessed multiple problems simultaneously. One team helped a stranded freighter whose energy shields were failing, while another stabilized a scout ship whose navigation core was fluctuating due to magnetic interference. "It's incredible," Lyra whispered. "They are handling multiple emergencies, yet each step is calculated. They do not rush, they do not panic, they adapt." Maya approached Viral. "Captain, we need to extend your ship's external sensors. If the Glintwing can relay data, we can assist other ships more effectively. Your cooperation will save time and prevent further failures." Viral nodded. "Agreed. Prepare the interface. Lyra, oversee the connection." Minutes later, the Glintwing became part of a networked repair and stabilization system. Its sensors fed data into human consoles, allowing engineers to predict the effects of the solar flare on nearby ships and make immediate adjustments. Varel marveled at how humans could integrate alien technology into their systems seamlessly. The situation intensified. The solar flare's magnetic waves grew stronger, causing erratic energy surges across the sector. A small transport vessel began to spin uncontrollably, its engines failing. Humans and aliens alike rushed to respond. "Divert drones to the transport vessel," Maya instructed. "We need to stabilize its engines and reroute power through auxiliary conduits. Time is critical." Eli, the young engineer, maneuvered a drone toward the vessel, guided by Maya's instructions. The drone emitted controlled energy pulses to counteract the magnetic disruption, carefully balancing the ship's core systems. Varel could hardly believe the precision. One of his crew, Thalix, muttered, "Captain, if this were any other species, that transport would be lost by now." Varel allowed a small nod. Humans are not just fast, they are inventive under pressure. That is the key. Meanwhile, another team of human engineers worked on the Glintwing itself, ensuring its shields and core remained stable. They adjusted energy conduits, reinforced magnetic dampeners, and monitored fluctuations in real time. Even minor deviations were corrected instantly. Hours passed, but the solar flare continued to threaten the sector. Yet human engineers remained unshaken. They communicated calmly, coordinated drones and engineers, and adapted to new problems as they arose. During a brief pause, Maya looked at Viral. "Captain, this is why humans are known throughout the galaxy. We do not merely repair, we anticipate, adapt, and solve problems others might deem impossible." Varel could not hide his admiration. "I have witnessed that today. Your team is remarkable. Even in the face of a sector-wide crisis, they maintain clarity and precision." As the day progressed, the humans' efforts paid off. Ships that were spinning out of control stabilized. Navigation systems returned to normal, and energy cores that had begun to fluctuate corrected themselves. The solar flare continued, but its impact was minimized thanks to the humans' quick response. Other alien crews in the station approached Viral, asking questions and watching the humans work. Many whispered to each other, amazed at the speed, intelligence, and adaptability of the human engineers. Some even took notes, intending to return to their home systems and replicate what they had seen. Varel observed quietly. He realized something important. Humans were respected not only for their technical skill, but for their ability to remain calm and effective under extreme pressure. That was a trait rare among all species, no matter how advanced. As evening approached, the solar flare finally subsided. The sector stabilized, and the last of the affected ships were repaired or assisted. Humans began performing final checks, ensuring all systems were stable before the night cycle. Maya approached Viral once more. "Captain, the emergency response is complete. All ships in distress are stable, including the Glintwing. We recommend continuing orbital tests before full departure to confirm optimal performance." Vrel allowed himself a rare smile. "Maya, you and your team have exceeded every expectation. You handled a sector-wide emergency with unmatched skill and efficiency. I am impressed, and my crew is grateful." Maya's smile was quiet but proud. "It is our duty, Captain. Every ship, every crew, every challenge. We approach them with the same care and determination. That is what makes humans the top choice for repair bays." Varel watched the human engineers as they methodically returned drones to storage and shut down emergency systems. Each movement was precise, each decision deliberate. The calm confidence of the humans left a lasting impression on him and his crew. Even Thalix, who had been skeptical at the start, admitted quietly, "Captain, I have never seen anything like this. Humans do not just repair, they elevate the entire process. They are extraordinary." Varel nodded in agreement. "Indeed. Today, we have seen the true measure of human skill and ingenuity. It is not in their technology alone, but in their approach to challenges and their ability to adapt." The humans completed the final adjustments on the Glintwing, ensuring the ship's systems were not only functional but optimized. Vrel felt a growing sense of confidence. With humans at the repair bays, even the most complex problems could be handled efficiently and effectively. As night fell over the distant curve of Earth, the Glintwing floated quietly in its bay. Outside, stars glittered across the vast expanse of space. Inside, humans continued their work with calm determination, their dedication shining brighter than any distant sun. Vrel reflected on the events of the day. The solar flare had tested every skill and every ounce of ingenuity humans possessed. Yet they had prevailed, turning a sector-wide crisis into a demonstration of human excellence. "It is clear now," Lyra said softly, her eyes following the humans' movements. "Earth's repair bays are unmatched. The galaxy should take note. Varel allowed himself one final thought before preparing for the orbital tests. Humans had not only repaired ships, they had inspired respect, trust, and admiration. In every challenge they faced, they demonstrated qualities that would shape the galaxy's perception of humanity for generations to come. And somewhere deep in the orbital station, Maya and her team worked quietly, unaware that their calm efficiency and innovative thinking had just saved lives, strengthened alliances, and reinforced humanity's growing reputation as a species of excellence and ingenuity. The Glintwing hummed softly, fully repaired, stabilized, and ready for departure. For Captain Viral, the lesson of the day was clear. Humans were not merely competent, they were extraordinary, a species capable of rising to any challenge, no matter how complex or dangerous. As the stars stretched endlessly into the distance, Varel allowed a rare smile. The galaxy was vast, unpredictable, and full of danger. But with humans at the repair bays, even the most severe crises could be overcome. And that was why, he realized, human repair bays were the top choice for alien captains across the galaxy. The Glintwing rested quietly in Earth Station 1's docking bay, its systems humming in perfect harmony. Captain Viral watched the humans move about the station, returning drones to their storage bays, performing final checks, and organizing tools with calm efficiency. Even after the successful repairs and crisis management, they showed no signs of fatigue or hurry. Varel had seen many civilizations in his travels, some proud, some brilliant, some cautious. But humanity's combination of intelligence, creativity, and steadfast composure was unlike anything he had witnessed. It was more than skill. It was a philosophy of excellence, a belief that challenges existed to be solved, not feared. Maya Lorne approached him, her calm expression betraying a faint smile. Captain, all systems are confirmed operational. Your ship is ready for departure whenever you wish. The orbital tests indicate stability beyond standard specifications. Varel studied her carefully. You have done more than repair my ship, Chief Engineer. You have improved it. Even in a crisis, your team has shown capability beyond what I expected. You have my respect. Maya's smile widened slightly. Thank you, Captain. We take pride in our work. Every ship, every crew, every challenge is important. That is what makes humans a trusted choice across the galaxy. Lyra, standing beside Viral, whispered, Captain, I think we have learned something far more important than repairs today. Humans are remarkable, not just in skill, but in how they inspire trust and confidence. Varel nodded silently. The thought lingered in his mind as he walked through the observation platform, watching the humans interact with other alien crews. Many alien captains had gathered to observe the humans' work firsthand. Whispers of admiration passed through the crowd. How quickly the humans had stabilized the Glintwing, how deftly they handled the solar flare emergency, and how efficiently they coordinated repairs across multiple ships. One of the alien captains approached Viral cautiously. Captain, it appears your humans are extraordinary. They handled the solar flare better than any fleet I have seen in years. How do they do it? Viral allowed himself a small smile. It is not just what they do, it is how they think. Humans adapt, innovate, and remain calm under pressure. That combination is rare across the galaxy. Maya called her team for a final briefing. All systems have been checked and confirmed. Drones are stored, and emergency procedures are logged. Our work here is complete. The alien crew watched silently, awe and respect evident on their faces. Thalix, Varel's engineer, shook his head in disbelief. Captain, I thought my fleet had the best engineers. Now I see, humans are something else entirely. Varel nodded. Indeed, Thalix. They do not merely repair, they elevate every challenge into an opportunity. That is why they are the top choice among alien captains. As the Glintwing's engines prepared for orbital testing, Maya provided final instructions. Captain, we recommend a gradual ascent to confirm that navigation systems remain stable under full power. Minor adjustments may be required during testing, but the ship is fully operational, Varel acknowledged. Understood. Lyra, oversee testing with the humans. Observe their methods. There is much we can learn. The ship lifted from the docking bay, gliding smoothly into orbit. Sensors hummed softly, and energy shields glimmered in response to atmospheric variations. Maya's team monitored every readout, communicating in calm, precise tones. They were proactive, not reactive, adjusting outputs before any minor deviation could escalate. Vrel watched intently as the Glintwing performed flawlessly. The navigation core responded instantly to every command, the shields adapted to orbital variations, and the engines maintained perfect stability. The alien crew aboard marveled at the coordination between humans and the ship's systems. "This is remarkable," Lyra whispered. "Their ability to integrate human ingenuity with alien technology is beyond what I imagined." Vrel nodded. He reflected on the past days, the arrival at the station, the repair challenge, and the solar flare crisis. Each event had demonstrated humanity's unique qualities: intelligence, creativity, adaptability, and courage. Yet what stood out most was their ability to inspire confidence. In a galaxy often filled with suspicion and competition, humans commanded respect simply by doing their work with excellence and integrity. Once orbital testing was complete, Maya approached Viral. "Captain, the ship has passed all tests. You are ready for full departure." Vrel took a moment to look around the station. Human engineers moved efficiently, speaking quietly among themselves. Yet their presence was commanding. Drones floated silently above, organized and attentive. Every detail had been considered, every system meticulously checked. "Chief Engineer, I want to personally thank you and your team," Vrel said. "Your skill, creativity, and calm under pressure have not only repaired my ship, but ensured its safety and improved its performance. I will carry this experience with me across the galaxy." Maya inclined her head respectfully. "It is our duty, Captain. Every ship is important, every challenge deserves our best effort. That is how humans achieve excellence." Vrel stepped back and activated the departure sequence. The Glintwing smoothly disengaged from the station's magnetic clamps. Engines hummed, shields pulsed, and navigation systems aligned perfectly. As the ship moved toward open space, humans and aliens alike watched in silent admiration. The human team remained in the station, continuing their work with quiet dedication. They were not seeking recognition, yet their reputation was undeniable. News of their skill, efficiency, and ingenuity would ripple across the galaxy, carried by grateful alien crews and word-of-mouth accounts. Vrel reflected on the lesson he had learned. The galaxy was full of advanced civilizations, technological marvels, and brilliant minds. Yet humans had something unique, a combination of creativity, intuition, adaptability, and calm under pressure. That combination made them exceptional and trusted in ways no other species could match. Lyra turned to him, her voice filled with awe. "Captain, I believe humans are more than just engineers. They are innovators, problem solvers, and leaders in their own right. Their reputation is well-deserved." Vrel nodded. "Indeed, Lyra. Today, we have seen why human repair bays are sought after by alien captains across the stars. They are not only capable but inspiring. They remind us that skill alone is not enough. It must be combined with intelligence, creativity, and integrity." As the Glintwing accelerated into interstellar space, leaving Earth Station 1 behind, Vrel allowed himself a rare moment of reflection. The past days had been challenging, but they had also been enlightening. Humans were more than their technology. They were a species that could rise to any challenge, inspire respect, and earn trust across the galaxy. The distant sun reflected off the Glintwing's hull, a silent reminder of the humans who had made this possible. Vrel knew that this experience would be remembered not only by his crew, but by countless others who would hear of the extraordinary human engineers at Earth Station 1. Even as the ship disappeared into the endless expanse of stars, the reputation of humanity continued to grow. Aliens would speak of Earth's repair bays, of the calm and ingenious humans who worked tirelessly to solve problems, and of the crew led by Chief Engineer Maya Lorne, who exemplified the best of human ingenuity and perseverance. Viral allowed a quiet smile. The galaxy was vast and unpredictable, but with humans as allies and problem solvers, even the most daunting challenges could be overcome. Their skill, courage, and intellect ensured that Earth's name would be remembered with respect wherever intelligent beings traveled. The human engineers, unaware of the long-lasting impression they had made, continued their work with quiet focus. They were guided not by pride but by purpose, a commitment to excellence, to helping others, and to proving that humanity's ingenuity was unmatched. Vrel's final thought as the Glintwing moved farther from Earth Station 1 was simple yet profound. Humans were not merely capable, they were extraordinary. And the galaxy would soon understand, in ways big and small, why every experienced captain sought out human repair bays above all others. The stars stretched endlessly before him, yet the memory of Earth's engineers would shine brighter than any distant sun. Humanity had earned its place among the stars, not through force or dominance, but through skill, creativity, courage, and unwavering dedication. And that legacy would continue to grow, inspiring awe and admiration across the galaxy for generations to come.